Good morning, students. The next topic which you're going to see is about alternating current. So, what is meant by an alternating? Alternating, which means that it is changing, okay? Changing in accordance with the time. So, time-நால நம்மளுக்கு வந்து change ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா that is called as an alternating. So, alternating voltage is a voltage which changes its polarity at regular intervals of time, and the direction of the alternating current also changes, okay? So, voltage change ஆகுறதுனால நம்மளுக்கு என்ன ஆகுது, கரண்ட்டும் சேஞ்ச் ஆகுது in accordance with what time. So timeனால in accordance with the time, if the alternating voltage as well as the current, if they are changing, that is called as a alternating current or alternating voltage. Clear with what is meant by a term alternating? Yes. So consider that this is a circuit, and this circuit, first, it is been connected in this way such that the upper part is connected to positive and the lower end is connected to negative. So when it is connected like this, what happens is the current is flowing in the anti-clockwise direction. Clear? Because it is positive here and this is negative. And if it is connected in the opposite way, okay, so the current is, sorry, this is clockwise direction, here it is flowing in the anti-clockwise direction. Clear? Since the polarity is changed, so polarity means what? Plus and minus. So the plus and minus change ஆகுறதுனால என்ன ஆகுது, there is a change in the current. Okay, so that is said to be alternating. So plus and minus change ஆகுறதுனால நம்மளுக்கு ஆகுறது தான் என்னது, alternating அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். Clear? So alternating voltage source is connected to a resistor R, in which upper terminal is positive and the lower is negative. As we have seen, first diagramல வந்து upper terminal positive-வும் lower வந்து negative-ஆவும் இருக்கும். அப்படி இருக்கும்போது current எப்படி இருக்கு, it flows in the clockwise direction. அதுவே நம்ம opposite-ஆ எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா, if suppose the next is, if the polarities are reversed அப்படின்னா, then the current flows in the anti-clockwise direction. This current which flows in the alternate direction, அதுக்கு பேர் தான் என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா alternating current. Okay, so it changes in accordance with the time, or it changes in accordance with the circuit. Clear? So next is sinusoidal alternating voltage. So what is meant by sinusoidal? Means the waveform. Okay, if the waveform of the alternating voltage is a sine wave, so நம்ம இப்படி வரையறோம் இல்லையா, so that is called as a sine wave. Okay, அதுக்கு பேர் தான் என்னது, sinusoidal அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. It is known as a sinusoidal alternating voltage. Okay, so which is given by the relation V is equal to Vm into sine omega t. Okay, so we have to know with this equation V is equal to Vm into sine omega t. Clear? So taking with this equation, so what is the value of V is said to be the instantaneous value of alternating voltage. Okay, so V is said to be the voltage, and capital Vm, that is said to be the amplitude, that is a maximum value. Okay, and here it is omega is always said to be the angular frequency. Okay, so V, small v என்றது என்னது, alternating voltage, capital Vm என்றது என்னது, amplitude, and omega என்றது என்னது, angular frequency. Yes, clear? So clear with this equation, V is equal to Vm into sine of omega t. Then next we have the same equation as I, where we are writing I is equal to Im into sine omega t. Same way, Im is said to be the amplitude, okay, and omega is said to be the angular frequency, and I is said to be the alternating current. Clear? So this is the equation for I. So I is equal to Im into sine omega t. So this is a graph which represents V as well as I. Okay, so we are writing this as just as V, and here it is omega t, and same way here we are writing as I, and here it is written just to be omega t. So this varies in this way. Okay, and this point starting, it is taken as 0, next is pi, and next is 2 pi. Same way here also 0, pi, and 2 pi. Next, when you see with the maximum positive and the maximum negative values here, okay, so this is a maximum positive, and that maximum positive represented as V of m, maximum negative, that is represented as minus Vm. Same way here Im, and this is minus Im. Okay, so this is the graphical representation of the voltage and the current. Okay, so we have to know that this maximum values and also the variation 0, pi and 2 pi. Clear? Next is the mean or average value of AC, that is alternating current. So how we write the mean value or the average value? It is a sum of all the values, is it not? Here also, the average value of alternating current is defined as the average of all the values of current over a positive half cycle or a negative half cycle. So, ஏதாவது ஒன்று எடுத்துக்கலாம். This is said to be the positive half cycle and this is said to be the negative half cycle. So நம்ம ஏதாவது ஒன்று மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கிறோம், பாசிட்டிவ் மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கிறோம், அப்படி இல்லைன்னா என்ன எடுத்துக்கிறோம், வெறும் நெகட்டிவ் மட்டும். அதில் இருக்கிற சம் ஆஃப் ஆல் த values of current. So அதில் இருக்க எல்லா values of current-ஐயும் நம்ம add பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா then that gives your average value. Okay, so the average value of alternating current is defined as the average of all the values of current over a positive or the negative half cycle. Clear? First, the instantaneous value of sinusoidal, it is given by I is equal to Im sin omega t. In this, instead of this omega t, we are going to write as theta. So we get I is equal to Im into sin theta. Okay, so I is equal to Im into sin theta. Then next is, what is the value of I average? So I average is equal to this area divided by the base length. Okay, so sum of all the currents is given by area, okay, of the either positive or the negative, okay, any one, okay, divided by the base length. Base length is whatever length we are taking. Suppose if you are taking from 0 and suppose if you are taking only with a positive half cycle, we know that this value is pi and this value is 2 pi, is it not? So base length na idu mattum. Okay, so we are writing the value to be pi. Okay, that is said to be the base length. Okay, so we are going to find the area in this. சரியா, நம்ம base length na pi அப்படின்றது தெரியும், நம்ம area கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா so that we can substitute here to find with this I of average. Okay, for finding with the area, okay, let us consider a small area in this which is considered to be d theta. D theta ன்றது கன்சிடர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். இதில் இருக்கிற current வந்து I அப்படின்னு எடுத்துக்கிறோம். So we are writing this as I into d theta. Okay, this is the area. And so area of positive half cycle அப்படின்னும் போது we are writing this as integration of I into d theta 0 to pi. Limit is what? 0 to pi. Now instead of this I, this can be written as what? Im into sin theta. Okay, here Im is constant, so we are taking out, remaining is sin theta into d theta. Okay, so what is the integration of sin theta is? It is minus cos theta. Okay, sin theta integration is minus cos theta. Limits is 0 to pi. Okay, have it as it is. Next, take this minus outside, so we get minus Im. Now apply the limits, cos phi minus cos 0. Okay, so we have this term. Okay, now what is the value of cos phi? It is minus 1. Okay, then minus again, here we have on the minus, cos 0 is what? Again it is 1. Okay, so minus 1 into minus 1 is what? Minus 2. So we have minus Im, which is outside, and minus 2. Minus to minus we have the plus. So we are getting this as 2 into I into m. Since minus to minus it becomes as plus, so we have 2 I into m. So this is what given in your book, but the values are all not given. We have to know that the value of cos pi is equal to what? Minus 1. Cos 0 is what? Again 1. So minus 1 into minus 1, that becomes as minus 2. Clear? So we know the value of this area divided by the base length. Base length, already I told you that it is pi. So what is the value of pi? It is 3.14. So 2 divided by 3.14, we get the value of this I average. So it is equal to 0.637. If it is for negative half cycle, we'll getting it as minus. Okay, so this is the value of the current for the average cycle.